Catherine, at the opening of the markets here in Paris, the first thing that we heard was a series of alarms here behind me on the operator's floor. That's to indicate that shares were moving to such an extent that they were being suspended. There are a series of what are called circuit breakers in place on the stock markets here to prevent volatile trading, to make sure that things don't destabilise the markets. And we did have an immediate indication that some of those shares, in fact, 37 of the CAC 40, the CAC 40 top flight share listing were suspended immediately at trading. We have seen trade in many of those shares open now, and they're fairly dramatic falls. The car makers and banks, the worst hit. BNP Paribas down a short time ago by about 17%. The headline figure on the CAC 40 is down about 7%. We've seen the DAX down around 10. The FTSE 100 in London, of course, also at the centre of this story, down fairly significantly, around 8% a short time ago. Of course, this is an ongoing situation. Many of these shares are going to have to be suspended for short periods of time, depending on how the trading day plays out. Earlier in Asia, we saw similar falls on markets as well, Japan being particularly affected ahead, of course, of the market open in Europe as the results emerged overnight. On the currency markets, we saw a sharp drop too in the value of sterling. It hit a 31-year low against the dollar overnight. It's come back as European trading has opened up in the currency markets. We've seen that percentage fall. It had been down over 10%. It's now down around 8% against the dollar. So we are seeing a little bit of moderation on the currency markets, but the focus now really on shares and how they're going to react. We know in London, for example, bank shares have been particularly hard hit.